Welcome to the Clark Expedition. Thanks for joining us. In this video, we're going to head up to Erie, Pennsylvania. We're going to first explore Pymatuning State Park, head on up to Geneva on the lake, go over to Erie directly and look at the city and the surroundings, and head up the coastline into the beautiful wine country that surrounds the Lake Erie area. As with any trip, there's many things to see along the way, and not far from where we left, we run across Sam the Cowboy, a 30-foot statue that's outside the Cadet Restaurant on Route 422. A true roadside attraction, Sam has been greeting guests since 1952. We stopped for our first night at a Harvest Host location, in this case Libations Winery up in Mercer, Pennsylvania. Libations Winery had a wonderful staff and a great atmosphere. Our free night of camping enabled us to be able to park right outside near the entrance on some great pavement and go inside and enjoy the evening. Pymatuning State Park was our home while we visited Erie, Pennsylvania for the following week. We stayed at the Jamestown campground, one of several campgrounds at Pymatuning. This was a well-maintained campground. Sites were level, facilities nearby, and I would definitely come here again. Pymatuning Reservoir is a massive reservoir that straddles both Pennsylvania and Ohio's border, although most of the reservoir is located in Pennsylvania. We of course did the touristy thing and we headed up to the spillway so we could see the carp. You see, the carp gets fed by the tourists along the way, and the ducks are there too. So they talk about how the ducks walk on the carp. Edinboro is about 13 miles south of Erie, and so we spent some time going over to our old Alma Mater where Kim and I first met back in 1976. We not only met here, but this was our first home after we got married in 1980. The next day, we drove from our campsite up to Geneva on the lake. Geneva on the lake is located before Ashtabula on the Ohio side and not all that far from Erie, Pennsylvania. The town is not all that big, but it packs quite a punch, and we certainly enjoyed our visit there. There are all kinds of restaurants and bars along the strip at Geneva on the lake. We ended up at the old Firehouse Winery. Their outside patio was perfect for a beautiful summer day, and we certainly enjoyed the food and the wine that we had, including the music. Lunchtime on the lake.
I'm on video. Here we are, Geneva on the lake.
Geneva on the lake.
And they're playing music here.
And what do you have here? You have
Firehouse Winery. This is the Riesling.
That's the Riesling?
And you have a Cabernet.
Cabernet.
And we're definitely enjoying ourselves Saturday
We are.
afternoon. She's singing about Route 66.
Down to Mexico, Presque Arizona, to this time.
After lunch, we headed east, further up the lake to Presque Isle State Park. Presque Isle State Park represents Pennsylvania's only seashore. It's a 3,300-acre peninsula that arches out into the lake above the city of Erie. There's all kinds of activities you can do at Presque Isle State Park, including the seashore, visiting the Presque Isle Lighthouse, and also doing miles of biking or hiking as you see fit. It can just get very busy on the weekends, so be careful while you're there. Just a few minutes down the road from leaving Presque Isle, you are down at the wharf area in Erie, Pennsylvania. It's a great place to be with many exciting restaurants. There's boat tours and other activities going on. Could have definitely spent more time in Erie at the wharf area. There was always something going on between the boat tours and the restaurants in the area. I would definitely consider a boat tour the next time we go back to Erie. It seems like they're having an awful lot of fun. Just a few minutes north of Erie on the Lake Road, we came across Nostrovia Brewing Company, a local brewery that had great beer and great food. Yes, sometimes you end your day at the right place at the right time. Did you know that the Erie coastline is wine country? We didn't know. There are some great vineyards in this area. Presque Isle Wine Cellars was our first stop of the day and probably our favorite. Not only was the wine outstanding, but the staff and the owners were just great. We also found out that they are a harvest host location. The area that they have set aside for RVers showing up for Harvest Host is very accommodating. I think the combination of great hosts, great wine, and a great location will make it very difficult for us not to come back. South Shore Wine Company had a very old vineyard feel to it. It was enjoyable to walk around the grounds. The architecture of their buildings, their gift shop, and the wine tasting area took you to a different place and time. We ended our wine tasting day at Mazza Winery, which was located just outside of northeast Pennsylvania. We had a great trip to Erie. We saw more things than I think we expected to. Pymatuning, Geneva on the lake, Erie, the wine country, and even the little brewery along the way. I think it met our expectations and went way beyond.